जय श्री माताजी। उपस्थित सभी सहयोगी भाई बहनों का आज शाम के इस ऑनलाइन सामूहिक ध्यान सत्र में स्वागत है। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। अनुमति लेते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपा करके आज के ध्यान में बैठने की हमें अनुमति प्रदान कर दीजिए। 3 महामंत्र और तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र लेते हैं।
Ma
नाड़ी संतुलन हेतु अपना राइट हैंड ज़मीन पर रखते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी हमारी इच्छा शक्ति शुद्ध कर दीजिए। श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमारी इड़ा नाड़ी को शुद्ध कर हमारी इच्छा शक्ति शुद्ध कर दीजिए। राइट हैंड गोदी में लेते हैं, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की ओर करते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माताजी आपकी परम कृपा में हमारी पिंगला नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए एवं हमारी कार्य शक्ति शुद्ध एवं निर्मल बना दीजिए। लेफ्ट हैंड गोदी में लेते हैं, अपना चित्त मधोमध सुषुम्ना नाड़ी पर रखते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमें संपूर्ण संतुलन प्रदान कर दीजिए। हमारा चित्त मूलाधार चक्र में लेते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमें छोटे बालक जैसा निरागस और इनोसेंस प्रदान कर दीजिए। छोटे बालक की इनोसेंस हमें प्रदान कर दीजिए श्री माताजी। हमारा मूलाधार शुद्ध कर दीजिए। यहीं पे हम श्री गणेश अथर्व शीर्ष लेते हैं।
ओम नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षात् आत्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचा नमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवश्च ऊर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्द द्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो अनिलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा स्वं विष्णु स्वं रुद्र स्वं इन्द्र स्वं अग्नि स्वं वायु स्वं सूर्य स्वं चन्द्रमा स्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तवमनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्च अन्त्यरूपं बिन्दुः उत्तररूपं नादः सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निःसृत गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ते प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणम् अच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
धीरे से अपना राइट हैंड अपने हृदय पर रखते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारा हृदय प्रेम शक्ति से भर दीजिए। श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारे हृदय में प्रेम करुणा एवं वात्सल्य भर दीजिए। धीरे से अपना हाथ गोदी में रखते हैं, अपना संपूर्ण चित्त सहस्रार पर लेते हैं। प्रार्थना करेंगे, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी कृपा कर हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार दृढ़ कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी हमें सहस्रार पर चैतन्य ठंड ठंड चैतन्य शक्ति प्रदान कर दीजिए, चैतन्य लहरिया प्रदान कर दीजिए। श्री माताजी कृपा कर हमें आज के ध्यान में निर्विचारिता प्रदान कर दीजिए। दो मिनट इस अवस्था में बैठकर हम श्री माताजी की अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करते हैं। आज की अमृतवाणी है, महाशिवरात्रि पूजा 11 फरवरी 1983, नई दिल्ली, इंडिया।
Have any friends. What is the need to be to any friends? What are these friends for? Except for Shiva Tattva, what other friend you need? Think of it. Without God, what is your life? So the detachment must start, the priorities must change, and you must know that God is the one who is your friend, who is your father, who is your mother, who is to be worshipped. There is nothing else. Tana manadana, everything is for God. Of course, I don't want anything from you. But that should be the attitude of a person. So the first, this attitude comes in a person. Of course, in Sahajayoga you have a great advantage that those who have developed this attitude have been helped so much materially that you find the proof of it. Immediately, the proof is there. And those who do not take to this kind of a thing suffer. So the proof is there. I must give you an example of a goldsmith. I had given him something to be made for the puja. A lot of gold was given, everything. And still, stupidly, he tried to make money out of it. And he got cancer and he died. I didn't do anything. But I knew he had made money. I knew that all. I know lots of things. I didn't say anything to him. Nothing. Never. Never even mentioned. He got cancer and he died. He's no more. Because Shiva Tattva disappeared. This was for a puja. The money of the saints. Something was to be made. And he should not have done it. The proof is just there. Now those who knew him got a fright of their lives. Oh God. Now, no more of this from our side. But those who have been surrendered about the money part also, not that I take anything from you, nor do I want anything from you. But still the attitude I'm saying is different. They have gone up, they have made money, they are very rich, they are very well to do, they're all right, they get so much blessings. This is the first Navi Chakras. We should start by putting Shiva on. Every attachment can be attacked with Shiva Tattva. Because Shiva Tattva is brilliant like a diamond. Brilliant. Every facet can be cleansed out. Very simply through our Kundalini awakening and through our alertness. And what after that you can see there are other attachments. Yeah. This is friendship, sympathies, friendships. Sympathies always go to a person who is in need or something like that. You have no sympathies, have tortured so many people. The other way also could be that you hate someone too much, you love someone too much, some sort of a thing like that. So detachment comes that you do not hate nor you love anyone. You leave it to God. That's a kind of a detachment, that you leave it to God. God, please, that is His response. I am not going to judge. Only thing, I judge them on Kundalini, I awaken their Kundalini. It works out well and good, if it doesn't work out well. So, you have detached yourself from the responsibility of judging others. Only your judgment is on Kundalini, if it works out, all right. But you are just like a barometer, that's all. Or like a machine that cures. You are not involved into it. So this involvement into personal lives and personal relationships like mother, sister, brother, every sort of a nonsense must be taken. Now say if your mother is not alright, you must just get after her and see that she is put right. That's very important. Mother has to be alright. If she is not alright, you tell her, I am not going to eat food from your hand. Finished. You get your vibrations on. You tell her that you better take to realization. Otherwise, I will not have anything to do with you. I'll just come see, talk to you, go away. Show that detachment. Be strong. You must cure your mother. Very important, because mother is a part of surgery. It's very important. But many people I've seen just do not know how to resist. You must protest. Go on protesting, one after another. Because that's the greatest thing you are doing for your mother. What else can you give it to her? Anything you give, the whole world has no meaning. Except correcting your mother for the better life, an eternal life, life of God. Then your wife. The wife is a very dangerous situation. If the wife is negative, she'll go on putting into your head things which will work out at an odd time. And you'll be amazed how you slipped out these things and how you said these things. Why should you have done it? Why did you do this? But the wife is to be told that you have to behave yourself, you have to get alright, nothing doing. There's no compromise. You be in another room, I'll be in another room. You should get well. I am not going to have. Because that is even much more dangerous. Because you know, if the woman is catching, then there are very serious diseases in develop with the Mooladhara problem. So you have to be strict with your wife. You should make her. You should say, I will not eat any food with your hand. I will have nothing to do. I will not talk to you. I'll just come and sleep in another room. You better not touch my clothes. If you don't listen to me, then I have nothing to do with you. You better, I'm your husband. And whatever dharma I follow, you have to follow. If you don't want to listen to me, then I have nothing to do. The wife can also do the same with the husband, gradually showing indifference in a way that he understands that it doesn't bring love. That's how women corrected men long time back. Nowadays, of course, women, if you give them something, they are get pleased. Even if there's a keep, as long as they are giving diamonds to the wife, she's quite pleased with the keep. Still in India, it's not accepted. But I have seen in the West, nobody minds. If the husband has 10 keeps, doesn't matter. As long as he's giving you the money, all right, nobody minds it. It's very funny. So, wife's relation, mother's relations, husband's relations, close relations must be correct. Now, children must be guarded. You shouldn't allow your children to go to the wrong things. If they are doing wrong things, they are not coming to Sahajayoga. You are duty bound. You should say, I am not going to pay you any money. Nothing to. I will not see your faces. If you do not take to Sahaja. What else are you going to give to your children but God? You can do it. All can do it. But one should know I need not go. So many people say that, Mother, your husband is not so much a Sahaja. It's all right. I know where to bring him in. I know when to bring my children in. Because if they were in, everybody would have said they have floated a family enterprise. As long as they are out of it is a very good idea, especially in India. So best thing is if they oppose me, I keep all of them out. My brothers, imagine my own brothers, my own. They all have tremendous respect for me, no doubt. Even my brother said that thank God you are staying in my room now, so the vibrations will be very good for me. What do you think of my vibrations? Everything he says, but he's not a surgeon. I have given realization to all of them. Everything is there. But they are not surgery, is a part of this. Otherwise, they will be in charge of money. You see, what money you get? Now, come now. This is the money we have. All problems. With all these relations around, you don't know. Somebody will go and say, you see, Mataji said so. Oh, that's the daughter of Mataji has said so. That becomes. I don't want all these pressures on my head. That's the best way. I wish our politicians understand that. Never have your relations around. That's the best way to administer. If you have your relations around, then you will never do right things. Or even if you do right things, your relations will spoil it. So, all those who are surgeons must know that you should not try to help your relations in a way that they take advantage of surgery. Like, if you are a surgery, then you bring your mother and make her sit in front of me. First correct her vibrations. Put her right. And then correct my father, correct my mother. Is not mother's responsibility, it is your own. When they are all right. Then as you bring flowers to me, bring your relations as a very good present from your family. That's a much better thing than to be like this, that I have to clear. If one is a Sahajogi, all his 3 generations up and down, this side and that side, I have to cure. That means done. Like Mehrotra made me do. So one should detach from these family ties and these emotional imbalances we have, the emotional problems we have, by understanding that the only thing that these people should have is Sahaja. And some people should not be in Sahaja. Like as I said, my own husband and my daughter and my relations, I keep them out. All such people, if there are any, you should not also have them anywhere near the city. You should be discreet to find out. Although all these my relations are very dharmic, extremely dharmic, very good, very self-respecting, all qualities they have, everything, ready-made, but they are not in Sahaja. So none of you can say somebody said so, so one said so. It has to be, mother has to say. This detachment has to come. It takes time, especially with Indians. All the time they are worried about their children or a mother or a father. Oh no, and on and on and on and on. See, years together, my son, my daughter, my son, my father. All the time. Now, by God's grace, so many have got rid of all their responsibilities somehow, through Sahajayoga or whatever it is. So they are now settled down onto themselves, because you are your own responsibility. So this detachment must be brought, those who are coming to Sahajayoga. That we are here to get Sahajayoga blessings. We are going to give blessings. Is that right? You should be in the family, alright, if you want to have Sahajayoga, you have it. But not to force them on Sahajayoga. But you can't force Sahajayoga on them. The stage has come that you have to talk about Sahajayoga to them. In the beginning I used to say don't talk to them. But those who are useless, if they are not to be brought to Sahajayoga, tell them, you are not good for Sahajayoga, better not ask. Then they will come. Some people you should show complete indifference, you are incapable, you are no good, you are too materialistic. Then that person will say, I'll prove that I am. All these detachments take place, and then the detachments are at Navi chakras. You rise up to your emotional side and the heart chakra. And then you have to have the detachment even of a kind of a collectivity that we think is collectivity. I call the fraternity of the bhoots, not collectivity. Always all the useless Sahajayogis will form a group. And they'll have a very strong objection to everything that is sensible. And they will have suggestions for everything. There has to be no suggestions at all. There are no alternatives. Because Shiva is absolute. Once one said is said. You just wait and see, that's the best. Alternatives will be second best or third best or maybe useless. But there is no alternative for Shiva. I'll give an example. I told Delhi people that you organize, say, program for 7 days outside with other people. It was sensible because I knew it was to rain. It has to rain also. Rain can be stopped, but it was to rain for all the other villages, you see. We cannot stop them for only Sahajogis. Then, of course, Sahajogis are important, so I said let them be with other Sahajogis. Now they started an alternative, only thinking that, you see, they won't be comfortable. And I mean, it was good, but on another level, that they will not be comfortable with Sahaja, another level. But there has to be understanding. If mother has said it, must be done, whatever it is. Even if she says you kill somebody, you have to kill. Keep it like that, to that extent. Keep to the maximum. Even if she says you have to die, you should die. If she says, alright, you tell lies, alright, I'll tell lies. Like Radhaji. She said, what is my punya? What is my papa? I am in his heart. What can I do? Whatever he does. That's shit. When it is awakened, you see, it at least recognizes Shiva in me. And it sees that this is shit. It understands. Because at Shiva Tattva, you don't commit any sins. You are sinless. When you are the spirit, you are sinless. There is no sin in you. If, supposing according to human understanding, if Shiva leaves, a person dies. When he's sinful, why to leave anybody? It's sinful, isn't it? For all common purposes. Common understanding will think that it is sinful for Shiva to leave the person and make the person die. For example, a lady dies, her children are left behind. Then one can blame Shiva for that see, now you went away and these children are now without a mother or without a father, something like that. Because Shiva is sinless. Whatever he does is sinless. So whatever you do is sinless. The idea of sin is finished because who commits sin is your ego. Ego commits sin. But if you have no ego, there is no sin. Because you are not doing anything. You stand in a karma. Say a sun is shining sharp, and somebody wants to stand in the sun. Then he gets birds. This is not the fault of the sun. Sun is shining. That's the job of sun. Whatever is the job of the Shiva, he is doing it. He is not sinful. is our mental attitude makes us think this is sin, this is not sin. But when we have ego, we are committing sins. If you ask a tiger, you are committing a sin because you are eating a cow. He will say, I never knew what was sin. Sin was, I don't know what sin is. It's a story when some missionaries were going away from a village, you see. So the villagers, poor innocent villagers, they got up to thank him. They said, thank God when you came here, you told us there is sin. We didn't know what sin was. For innocent people, they don't know what is sin. Because spirit is innocent, it has no sin. It obeys the other source of innocence. So there is no sin for a person who is this way. For Shiva there is no sin. Whether he wants to give his blessings to a Rakshasa or to a saint, there is no sin for him. Because he is Bholenath. He is beyond. He is beyond sin. Whatever he does, he is beyond sin. Because ego cannot envelop him. There is no ego. Because we have ego, we commit sins. Once ego is finished, we are no more there, so who commits sins? When we are not there, who is committing the sin? Shiva can't commit sin, so we are the Shiva, so we cannot commit sins. So all these ideas of giving alternatives at the mental level is also wrong. I give anything I say, immediately there will be 10 suggestions. I try all these tricks with you. Because you are used to conferences. So I said, all right, Subramanyam, what do you have to say about it? Because after all, Lord Subramanyam is there. Must ask him. Then I ask Venugopala. Then I'll ask Gavin, Mohan. All these people. Now what do you have to say? And then they give their suggestion. But if you see in the conference of all the divine deities, there is no suggestion. No suggestion. No alternative. No alternatives to your mother's ideas. Nothing. Upset. It's upset. Nobody gives any suggestions. Never. No question. They won't listen to you. They won't listen to anyone. There's no question. Such harmony. Complete obedience. And not only they are fixed with their qualities. They are told that you have to do it. They'll do it. This is the difference. Then, try. Sometimes it appears. See, if I say, alright, go this way, you'll find the place. But you won't find. So you say, see mother, you said to go this way, that's why we went and we didn't find the church. Now there, it is not that I am saying that you'll find the church. It is I am trying to see what you think. I am telling you my own tricks, alright? So be careful. I'll tell you all, go this way. No, you didn't find the church. I'm sorry. I should not have told you, or you should have gone. But that's not true. I must have, that's not true. What I'm trying to see, what you are saying about this. Now, if you are clever, you would say, I went there, I didn't see the place, but I saw something else. That's the reason you sent me there. Now I know why you sent me there. That's it. Then I know that he's a Sahajayogi. But if you say, oh, I went there because I thought I'd find this thing, but it was not there, and you said, finished. If you say that, you said so and it happened. Oh, I did say, no doubt. What I said was just to play a trick on you. Because one of the natures of your mother is Mahamaya. So be careful. How you react is very important for me to see how far you have gone. This is one of the ways you are judged. But for a villager, it's a different thing if you see. If I tell him, now, if you want me to go to that village, say, take the cart or take the bullock cart this way, he'll take it. But there will be a ditch, so I'll get hit. So he'll say, Mother, I'm sorry you got hit. But I could have avoided it. See, so he takes the responsibility upon himself. He takes everything upon himself. Because you asked me, so I had to go that way, but I could have avoided it if I was careful. So this is the difference, not to put responsibility. It's a common human nature, is to put responsibility on somebody else. The best is to put on mother. But in that you lose all your punyas. So the responsibility is mine. I must have done some mistake. Or else maybe that mother wants me to learn something. Every time you do something, I tell you something is just for you to learn something. I don't have to learn anything. We think that way, that I have to learn something now anymore. So you have to learn something. And that is what, if you understand, then a kind of a detachment will be built in you and a surrender. You'll be amazed to be so much relieved of nonsensical headaches that you have and the burdens you carry. If you understand that the whole joke, the whole work, the whole drama is done by mother and I am just playing into it. It's so simple. That is to be understood. And the enjoyment lies in that, not in judging or finding alternatives. You try. Those who have tried it have enjoyed it. And so many things. Every minute I give you an example of that. I'll give you an example of Gregor. Last time I went to his house. He tortured my life for his wife. When will she have her delivery? How will she have? Who is going to stay with her? Morning till evening he had one problem. Alright, I said, something will be done. You can have this lady to stay. But then how will I go to India? I was so important. Then he didn't realize that time. He thought it was so important to do that. Ultimately, before going, I told him, "They will trouble me too much this time." I said, alright. Then he said, I'm sorry. Then he telephoned me one day, saying, Mother, my wife is in for abortion. She's gone to the hospital. There's no chance. I said, forget. Go back to the hospital. She'll be alright. Went to the hospital. They said a miracle. It's perfectly alright. There's no problem. She's alright. So it came into his head, as he told me. Oh, mother is looking after it. Why should I worry? Why should I have buried her? This is first thing. Then the child was born earlier than time. And he came to India. So also I convince you that what I say, what I do, you know that I look after you. But when you take up responsibility upon yourself and start thinking about it, then I cannot help. So just know that leave it to God. It's all for your good, for your hita. Everything is for your hita. Whatever it is. Sometimes I have to shout at you, sometimes I have to correct you, sometimes I have to tell you that don't come here. Some people who touch me, you see, can give me horrible sensations. Then I said, you just don't come here. You don't stand before me. You get out from it. That helps them. But if they stand there, the bhoots will never leave because the bhoots want to trouble me. So this point, if you understand, you will get completely detached and will know that for our good, for our betterment, we must keep mother pleased. And these things, if you do by displeasing her, we are going to be finished. Now, to understand this, what you need, not age, not position, not your qualifications, nothing. You need a wise mind, deep personality. I've seen very young people are so sensible, their parents are stupid, absolutely stupid people. So you just need a wise, deep personality to do it, and that you should try to do. That comes only sticking on to Shiva Tattva, which is a solid thing, which is Shiva, Achala, which doesn't move. Absolutely. It is not relative. It's not related at all. It's not related to anything. Absolutely. That gives you the depth, that depth which is required to settle down, to go deep. Shiva is your Guru. Guru is the one that gives you the gravity to go straight down deep into it. बच्चे को हटाइए साहब. बच्चे का दिमाग ठीक है नहीं? ठीक है? शांत बैठा. That is very important. And all this, I hope, with the puja today, will try to settle you into that great principle of Shiva. Let your attention, every particle of your attention, be filled, sparkle, and rejoice by that blessing of Shiva Tattva. I bless you.
जय श्री माता जी। श्री आदिशक्ति का पूर्ण मंत्र लेते हैं। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। जय श्री माता जी। आरती की तैयारी करते हैं। आरती के लिए सब खड़े रहते हैं।
सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने लिए अवतार माँ, कितने लिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी। दिल में सदा सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो ये सके जो सेवा, हो ये सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माताजी, जय निर्मल माताजी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी, सरस्वती, महाकाली, त्रिगुणात्मिका, कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति, माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी, नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति, माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी, नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी, मोक्ष प्रदायिनी, माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी, नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी, नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी, नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
जय श्री माता जी। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज सामूहिक ध्यान में आज का सामूहिक ध्यान आपके श्री चरणों में समर्पित करते हैं। आज के ध्यान में आपने हमें निरानंद प्रदान कर हमें चैतन्य से आशीर्वादित कर दिया। हमें शिव तत्व के बारे में, आत्म तत्व के बारे में अनमोल ऐसा मार्गदर्शन प्रदान किया। इसलिए हम आपके हृदय से ऋणी हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी संपूर्ण विश्व में विश्व निर्मल धर्म प्रस्थापित करने हेतु कृपा कर हमें सहयोग प्रचार प्रसार का शुद्ध एवं प्रभावी माध्यम बनाइए। श्री माता जी हमारी सभी प्रार्थनाओं का स्वीकार कर हमें आशीर्वादित करने की कृपा करें। जय श्री माता जी। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। आज की सूचना इस प्रकार है। लर्निंग सहज योगा यूट्यूब चैनल के माध्यम से नए साधकों के लिए प्रति शनिवार शाम 5 बजे सत्र आयोजित किए जाते हैं। अगला सत्र 7 फरवरी को होगा। कृपया यह जानकारी अधिक से अधिक नए साधकों तक पहुंचाइए। राष्ट्रीय श्री शिव पूजा का आयोजन 13 फरवरी से 15 फरवरी 2026 तक कानपुर उत्तर प्रदेश से यहाँ से हो रहा है। 13 फरवरी को शाम 4 बजे हवन होगा और सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम होंगे। 14 फरवरी को सेमिनार और सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम होंगे। 15 फरवरी को सुबह 10:30 बजे पूजा आरंभ होगी। अधिक जानकारी के लिए स्क्रीन पर दिखाए हुए नंबर पर संपर्क करें। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय जन्मदिवस पूजा एवं सेमिनार 2026 का आयोजन छिंदवाड़ा मध्य प्रदेश यहाँ से किया गया है। 3 दिवसीय महोत्सव 19 मार्च से 21 मार्च 2026 तक मनाया जाएगा। 19 मार्च को शाम 5 बजे हवन होगा। 20 मार्च को सेमिनार और सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम होंगे। 21 मार्च को सुबह 10:30 बजे जन्मदिवस पूजा आरंभ होगी। अधिक जानकारी के लिए स्क्रीन पर दिखाए नंबर पर संपर्क करें। कल के कार्यक्रम इस प्रकार है। अर्ली मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन सुबह 4 बजे प्रसारित होगा। सुबह का ध्यान सुबह 5:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। शाम का ध्यान शाम 7 बजे होगा। आज का सत्र यही संपन्न होता है। अब हम सह संगीत का आनंद लेते हैं। जय श्री माता जी।
गणराया हे गणराया। मानस पूजा तुझी बांधिता देवा, मानस पूजा तुझी बांधिता देवा। विघ्न हराया येशी करिता धावा देवा, येशी करिता धावा। गजानना श्री मंगल मूर्ति गातो तव गुण गाना, ओ गजानना श्री मंगल मूर्ति गातो तव गुण गाना, गातो तव गुण गाना। द्यावा आधार सकल गुणी जना, द्यावा आधार सकल गुणी जना। हे गणराया 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 हे गणराया। मोरया मोरया अष्टविनायक मोरया, मोरया मोरया अष्टविनायक मोरया। मोरया मोरया मोरेश्वर मोरया, मोरया मोरया मोरेश्वर मोरया। मोरया मोरया चिंतामणि मोरया, मोरया मोरया चिंतामणि मोरया। मोरया मोरया बल्लाळेश्वर मोरया, मोरया मोरया बल्लाळेश्वर मोरया। मोरया मोरया वरदविनायक मोरया, मोरया मोरया वरदविनायक मोरया। मोरया मोरया गिरिजात्मज मोरया, मोरया मोरया गिरिजात्मज मोरया। मोरया मोरया विघ्नेश्वर मोरया, मोरया मोरया विघ्नेश्वर मोरया। मोरया मोरया महागणपती मोरया, मोरया मोरया महागणपती मोरया। मोरया मोरया श्री गणनायक मोरया, मोरया मोरया श्री गणनायक मोरया। मोरया मोरया अष्टविनायक मोरया, मोरया मोरया अष्टविनायक मोरया। अष्टविनायक मोरया अष्टविनायक मोरया। जय निर्मल श्री गणेश गणेश जय निर्मल श्री गणेश कृपालु, तू ही दयालु, तू है कृपालु, तू ही दयालु, तुझसा कोई और न जानू, तुझसा कोई और न जानू। मंगलदायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, मंगलदायक बुद्धि प्रदायक, तुझसा कोई और न तारक। जय निर्मल श्री गणेश गणेशा, जय निर्मल श्री गणेशा। तुम देते हो जागृति सबको, तुम देते हो जागृति सबको। आ, आ, तुम देते हो जागृति सबको, तुम देते हो ज्ञान सबको, तुम देते हो ज्ञान सबको। तुम ही अमृत, तुम ही संगीत, तुम ही अमृत, तुम ही संगीत, तुम हो मोक्ष के द्वार हो तारक। जय निर्मल श्री गणेश गणेशा, जय निर्मल श्री गणेशा। मूलाधार में बैठ गणेशा, मूलाधार में। आ, 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 मूलाधार में बैठ गणेशा, पावन सबको करे गणेशा, पावन सबको करे गणेशा। स्वर्ग का द्वार बने गणेशा, स्वर्ग का द्वार